Hello, good morning students. This is the third part of polynomials. Today I am going to explain some example problems and also division algorithm for polynomials. See, first problem, find all zeros of 2x power 4 minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2 if two of its zeros are root 2 and minus root 2. Means that two zeros are given, we want to find remaining two zeros for the given polynomial. Root 2 comma minus root 2 are the zeros of two x power 4 minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2. Listen children, root 2 comma minus root 2 are the zeros of this polynomial. Fourth degree polynomial. You should have four zeros. Two zeros are given. We want to find remaining zeros. Okay. Let alpha comma beta be the remaining zeros of 2x power 4. Fourth degree after actually third degree term should be. Here not there. You need to write plus 0 into x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2. Now this is in standard form. Okay. Now S1 means sum of the zeros taken one at a time. Root 2 plus minus root 2 plus alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a minus b by a minus b by a minus means 0 by a means 2 totally 0 plus root 2 minus root 2 get cancelled. So finally what happened, alpha plus beta equal to 0. This is the one of the relation between alpha and beta. We need to establish another relation. We can use the S2 to get another relation, or S3 or S4. We can use either S2 or S3 or S4 to get another relationship between alpha and beta, but I will prefer S4. Root 2 into minus root 2 into alpha into beta equal to, observe S4 stand for sum of the roots taken all at a time. Okay, sum of the roots take 4 at a time means all at a time. This is equal to minus 1 power 4 into constant term divided by x power 4 coefficient. So that is equal to minus 1 power means 1 only, constant term here minus 2 by x power 4 coefficient 2. Means here minus root 2 into minus root 2 minus 2 into alpha beta is equal to here minus 1. Minus get cancelled, alpha into beta equal to 1 by 2. We got alpha into beta equal to 1 by 2 and alpha plus beta equal to 0. By using these two relations, we want to solve for alpha and beta. Okay. So I am using second one, alpha into, instead of this beta, I can write minus alpha. Because alpha plus beta 0 only, no? Minus alpha I can write. Equal to 1 by 2. Okay children, here alpha into minus alpha square. Minus alpha square 1 by 2 means alpha won't get any real number. That's why I want to change the problem. I want to write here plus. Okay, so what happened here? So here plus means here minus, this becomes plus 1, minus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2. Now alpha square equal to 1 by 2 means alpha equal to plus or minus 1 by root 2. Okay children, what you got here? Actually alpha plus beta equal to 0 and alpha into beta equal to minus 1 by 2, and we got alpha equal to plus or minus 1 by root 2. If alpha equal to 1 by root 2, then beta equal to minus alpha 1 according to first equation. So now beta equal to minus 1 by root 2. If alpha equal to minus 1 by root 2, then beta equal to minus alpha, that is minus of minus 1 by root 2, that is equal to 1 by root 2. So finally, final zeros of given polynomial are root 2 minus root 2 comma 1 by root 2 comma minus 1 by root 2. These are the 4 zeros of the required polynomial. Children, in this problem, given that zeros of this cubic polynomial are a minus b, a plus b. So you want to find a, b, c, a, b values. So I am using S1 first. Sum of the zeros a minus b plus a plus b. See, sum of zeros minus b by a, minus of minus 3 by a means 3. So here b get cancelled, 3a equal to 3, a equal to 1. Now we got a value. Next we want b value. To find b value, we can use S2 or S3. I will prefer S3. S3 equal to product of zeros or sum of zeros taken 3 at a time. Product of zeros equal to minus b by a plus c by a minus d by a minus d by a minus d by a minus 1 by 1 minus 1. So here what happened? A minus b into a plus b equal to minus 1. A minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square into a equal to minus 1. Already you got a equal to 1. Now substitute here. 1 minus b square into 1 equal to minus 1. Or 1 minus b square equal to minus 1. Or 2 equal to b square. Or b equal to plus or minus root 2. Therefore, final result a equal to 1 and b equal to plus or minus root 2. Find a cubic polynomial with the sum of product of its zeros taken 2 at a time and the product of zeros are 2 comma minus 7 comma minus 14 respectively. So okay children, according to the problem, we want to find a cubic polynomial. Sum of the zeros taken 1 at a time is 2, sum of the zeros taken 2 at a time is minus 7, sum of the zeros taken 3 at a time is minus 14. Okay, let alpha, beta, gamma be the zeros of required cubic polynomial. Okay, see here, alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to 2. Taken 2 at a time. Means what is the meaning of that? Alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma equal to minus 7. And alpha beta gamma equal to minus 14. So you know that the required polynomial will be x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square plus alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma into x minus alpha beta gamma with some real number k. Okay, this is the required polynomial. Children, this is important. Alpha beta gamma the zeros of cubic polynomial, no? So standard form cubic polynomial whose zeros are alpha beta gamma means this one only. K some real number, non-zero real number, k is non-zero real number. K belongs to r minus z0, non-zero real number. K times of x cube minus of alpha plus beta plus gamma x square plus alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma of x minus alpha beta gamma. Just we need to substitute. So k times of x cube minus alpha beta give 2x square minus 7x plus 14. So this is the required polynomial where k is any non-zero real number. Therefore the required polynomial is k times of x cube minus 2x square minus 7x plus 14, where k is any non-zero real number, any non-zero real. Okay children, one of the zeros of this fourth degree polynomial is 2 plus root 3. Find remaining zeros. means there should be 4 zeros for this polynomial. Among 4, 1 is given, which is a irrational zero. Already you know that in a polynomial, if the coefficients are real numbers, irrational zeros appear in conjugate in pair. Means 2 plus root 3 is 0, automatically its conjugate is 2 minus root 3. Okay, so let remaining zeros alpha, beta, 2 minus root 3, important, 2 minus root 3, directly its conjugate becomes another 0. 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. Two sorts are said to be conjugate to each other if their sum and product should be a rational number. See, sum is rational number, product also rational number. Okay, so one theorem is there, important theorem. In a polynomial with the real coefficients, irrational zeros appear in conjugate in pair. Means a plus root 2 is 1 0, automatically a minus root 2 becomes another 0 of that polynomial. So 2 plus root 2 is 1 0, automatically you can take 2 minus root 2 is another 0. So remaining two are alpha and beta. Now you want to find alpha and beta values. So by using S1 means sum of zeros are taken one at a time. Alpha plus beta plus 2 minus root 3 plus 2 plus root 3 equal to minus b by a. Minus b means minus of minus 6 by a means 1, that is equal to 6. Here root 3 get cancelled, alpha plus beta plus 4 equal to 6, or alpha plus beta equal to 2. So I got one relationship between alpha and beta. Now I want one more relation between alpha and beta that can be obtained from S2 or S3 or S4. I will prefer S4. S4 means sum of the zeros taken 4 at a time are product of all the zeros. So alpha into beta into 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3 equal to actually minus plus minus plus. So that is minus 1 power 4 into constant divided by coefficient of x power 4. That is equal to 1 into c means here minus 35 by coefficient of x power 4 is 1. So alpha into beta. So this is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square. A square is 4 minus b square is 3. 4 minus 3 1 is equal to minus 35, or alpha into beta equal to minus 35. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2, and this is equation number 1. By using these two equations, we want to solve for alpha and beta. Okay, children, listen here. We have two equations. Equation 1 is alpha plus beta equal to 2. Second equation is alpha into beta equal to minus 35. So using linear equations concept, I want to solve these two equations. So I want alpha minus beta. So first of all, I want to find alpha minus beta whole square. Alpha minus beta whole square nothing but alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta, because a minus b whole square equal to a plus b whole square minus 4ab. So substitutions only. Alpha plus beta means 2 square 4 minus 4 into alpha into beta means minus 35, that is equal to 4 plus 20 140, that is 144. Alpha minus beta whole square equal to 144. Therefore alpha minus beta equal root over 144. Alpha minus beta equal plus or minus 12, because alpha and beta are variables. That's why you need to take plus or minus. So here first of all, I will take alpha plus beta as 2 and alpha minus beta as plus 12. Add these two equations. So beta get cancelled. 2 alpha equal to 14, alpha equal to 7. So alpha is equal to 7. For this alpha, you need to find corresponding beta. You can use any one of the equation. Alpha plus beta equal to 2. 7 plus beta equal to 2. Beta equal to minus 5. Means alpha equal to 7, beta equal to minus 5. Or do one thing. If you take alpha minus beta as minus 12, okay, we will get alpha is minus 5 and a beta as a 7. No problem. Therefore, the required zeros are 7 minus root 5, 7, 5 comma 2 plus 2 minus root 3. Obtained all other zeros of 3x power 4 plus 6x cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5 if two of its zeros are root over 5 by 3 and minus root over 5 by 3. Given that root over 5 by 3 comma minus root over 5 by 3 are two zeros of this fourth degree polynomial, we need to find remaining zeros. Okay, same procedure. Let alpha comma beta are the remaining zeros. Okay, fourth degree polynomial alpha, beta, gamma, delta, s1, s2, s3, s4. By using any two of them, you can solve the problem. First of all, I am using s1. S1 stands for sum of the zeros taken one at a time. One is root over 5 by 3 plus another is minus root over 5 by 3 plus another is alpha plus another is beta equal to minus b by a. Minus b by minus 6 by 3. Minus 6 by 3. That is equal to minus 2. Okay. So, plus root over 5 by 3 minus root over get cancel. So, we get alpha plus beta equal to minus 2. This is the one of the important result. So, we need one more result in between alpha and beta to solve them. So, we can use S2 or S3 or S4. Better one is S4. S4 means product of zeros or sum of zeros taken all at a time. Product root over 5 by 3 into minus root over 5 by 3 into alpha into beta. Okay. S4 means what happened? Minus 1 power 4 into constant term divided by x power 4 coefficient. So minus 1 power 4 means plus only. Plus 1. C means constant here. Minus 5 by 3. So what happened here? This is nothing but 5 by 3. Minus 5 by 3. Minus 5 by 3 into alpha into beta is nothing but minus 5 by 3. Cancel. Alpha into beta equal to 1. Alpha into beta equal to 1. This is another result, second result. By using first and second result, we need to solve. Okay, students, by using these two relations, we want to find alpha and beta values. So, alpha minus beta whole square is nothing but alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Alpha plus beta is there. I want to find alpha minus beta value. Already you know the formula a minus b whole square equal to a plus b whole square means 4ab. So alpha plus beta whole square means 4 minus 4 here, that is equal to 0. Alpha minus beta whole square equal to 0 means alpha equal to beta only. Okay, so alpha equal to beta means first equation. Alpha plus beta equal to minus 2. 2 alpha equal to minus 2 because alpha equal to beta, alpha plus alpha 2 alpha, so alpha equal to minus 1, alpha is equal to minus 1, beta also minus 1. Therefore, the zeros of are root over 5 by 3 minus root over 5 by 3 and minus 1 comma minus 1. Okay children, next concept is division of polynomials. So, for example, 15 is a number we want to divide with 7. 7 2s are 14, subtraction 1 is the remainder. Here 15 is called dividend, 7 is called divisor, 2 is called quotient, 1 is called remainder. What is the division algorithm in numbers? In division algorithm numbers is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. 7 2s are 14 plus 1 15 equal to 15, correct. So this is called division algorithm in numbers. What says division algorithm? Dividend is always equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, do one thing. If same 15 is divided by 7, for example, 7 2s are 14, instead of 2, if I took as a 1, 7 1s are 7, the remainder is 8. So this is wrong division. We can't say that 8 is a remainder, but this is satisfying division algorithm. 15 equal to 7 into 1 plus 8, satisfying. But this is not treated as a actual remainder when 15 is divided by 7. Okay, so this should be lesser than divisor. Remainder should be less than the divisor. Then only you can say that is the remainder and this is the quotient. Same concept is applicable in polynomials also. Means if divisor is given, this is the dividend, this is the divisor. How to divide a polynomial by another polynomial? I will explain through this example. Yeah, listen student. We want divide 3x cube plus x square plus 2x plus 5 by x square plus 2x plus 1. This is the third degree polynomial in x. This is also second degree polynomial x. Both are polynomial in x. Condition 1. Step 1. First of all, you need to arrange dividend and divisor in standard form. Standard form means, so the powers of the term should be should write in descending order or ascending order of magnitude. 3, third degree first term, second degree first term constant. Okay, this is given in order. Second degree, first degree constant. Okay, divisor and dividend are given in standard order. Otherwise, we need to convert. So here 3x cube plus x square plus 2x plus 5 is dividend. Divisor is x square plus 2x plus 1. Now I am dividing. Okay. Step 1. Take first term of the dividend. Divide that by first term of the divisor. So what you will get, that is the first term of the quotient. With a sign plus 3x I got. Should write here. That is the first term of the quotient. Now first term of the quotient should multiplied by the total divisor. So is 3x times of x square plus 2x plus 1. Just multiplication. 3x cube plus 6x square plus 3x. Now we should subtract this from this by using vertical subtraction method. Subtracting this term from this, subtracting minus, minus, minus. So what I am using here, subtraction of one polynomial by another polynomial by using vertical line method. So these two get cancelled. Minus 6x square plus x square minus 5x square. So minus 3x plus 2x minus x plus 5. Okay. So important note, don't think that our division is completed. We can't call this is a remainder. Why? Important. So this is the polynomial of second degree. This is the polynomial second degree. This is called remainder if the degree of that polynomial should be less than the degree of the divisor. Then only this is called remainder. That's why I can't call this is a remainder. Means that division process is not completed. Means still you want to divide. Next. Now this is become new dividend. This is divisor. Take first term of the new dividend. Minus 5x square. Should divided by first term of the divisor. We got minus 5. That minus 5 is the second term of the original quotient. Now total divisor should be multiplied with that minus 5 or second term of the resulting quotient. Now I am multiplying minus 5x square minus 10x minus 5. Okay, we need to write it here. Minus 5x square minus 10x minus 5. Now by using vertical line method we need to subtract this from this. Plus plus plus, these two get cancelled. Plus 10x minus 9x plus 5 plus 5 plus 10. Okay, now we need to stop our division process because this is a polynomial of degree 1. This is the polynomial degree 2. Means this degree is lesser than this. So here you need to stop our process. Now you can call this is the quotient polynomial, this is the remainder polynomial. Okay, now I can write like this. Quotient polynomial q of x equal to 3x minus 5. A remainder polynomial r of x. I can write 9x plus 10. After that you can verify by using division algorithm. Dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay. If you proceed with one more step, what happened? Observe here. Assume that division is not completed. Take first term of the new dividend 9x. should divide with the first term of the divisor x square gives 9 by x. This become the next term of the quotient, but 9 by x is not a polynomial. Our present chapter is polynomials, division of polynomials. Division of polynomials means your quotient should be polynomial, your remainder should be polynomial, everything should be polynomial. But if you move one more step after this, what will get? Quotient, another term of the quotient as 9 by x, which is not a polynomial. That's why here only we need to stop. So now I can say that 9x plus 10 is the remainder, 3x minus 5 the quotient. Okay, yeah, student, this is important. Observe here. F of x is a polynomial. Say this is f of x. Divide with g of x. So this g of x. Okay, f of x is a polynomial x. G of x another polynomial. We want divide f of x by g of x. Condition number 1. So what is chapter? Polynomials. This should be polynomial, this should be polynomial, this should be polynomial, remainder should be polynomial. Condition number 1. The degree of the divisor should be lesser than or equal to degree of the dividend. Degree of the divisor should be lesser than or equal to this or lesser than that. Then only you can get divide a polynomial, another polynomial. Then only we will get a quotient remainder as polynomials. See here, this is second degree, this is third degree, lesser only. You can divide. That's why degree of the divisor should be lesser than or equal to degree of the dividend. So what happened here? This is third degree, this second degree in this example problem. So 3x cube by x square, 3x cube by x square. To get first term of the quotient, so what you got? 3x means linear polynomial, first degree polynomial. Means degree of this quotient. Degree of quotient is nothing but degree of dividend minus degree of the divisor. 3 minus 2, that is first degree. Say q of x. So sometime, somewhere we will get r of x, remainder. When you call this is a remainder, if this is also polynomial and degree of this should be less than this, this is second degree. It may be first degree, it may be 0 degree, or it may be a polynomial whose degree is undetermined, means it may be totally 0. Okay, so this is very important. Division algorithm saying that your degree of the divisor should be lesser than or equal to degree of the dividend. Degree of the quotient is equal to degree of the dividend minus degree of the divisor. The remainder degree should be lesser than the degree of the divisor. This is called division algorithm in polynomials. Listen student here, division algorithm for polynomials. F of x comma g of x are any two polynomials with degrees m and n respectively. Means degree of f of x is m and degree of g of x is n. In bracket m greater than or equal to n means degree of f of x should be greater than or equal to degree of g of x. Then there exist a unique polynomials q of x and r of x. In the condition degree of g of x is m minus n and degree of r of x should be less than degree of g of x, such that f of x equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x, means dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. This is called division algorithm in polynomials. Very important thing is degrees. We need to identify degrees. Degree of g of should be less than degree of f of x. Degree of q of x is degree of f of x minus degree of g of x. Degree of r of x should be less than the degree of g of x. This is called division algorithm in polynomials. By using this division algorithm only, you can divide a polynomial with another polynomial and you can solve problems based on division of polynomials. So according to the problem, dividend is given as x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2. We need to find divisor such that quotient is x minus 2 and remainder is minus 2x plus 4. So we have division algorithm. By using division algorithm, you can find the g of x. Okay. So what division algorithm saying that? Dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, so f of x means x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 should be equal to g of x into q of x, given that x minus 2, plus r of x, that is 4 minus 2x. Actually here you need to find g of x. Okay, transfer that 4 minus 2x to left hand side. X cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 minus 4 plus 2x is nothing but a g of x into x minus 2. Okay, so I can say g of x into x minus 2 is equal to x cube as it is minus 3x square, okay, plus x plus 2x plus 3x, yeah, plus 2 minus 4 minus 2. Now I want g of x. G of x is nothing but x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 2 by x minus 2. Means you want divide x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 2 by x minus 2. You can use any method to find the g of x. I want to use our general method by using long division method. I want to find g of x. Dividend. Divisor is x minus 2. Dividend degree is 3. Divisor degree is 1. You can divide. So first term of the quotient is nothing but first term of the dividend by first term of the divisor, that is x square. Yeah, now we need to multiply total divisor with that x square, that is x cube minus 2x square. Now we need to subtract. Minus 3x square plus 2x square minus x square plus 3x minus 2. Now this becomes the new dividend. See, our division process is not completed because this is second degree, this is first degree. So next next term of the dividend, next term of the quotient is nothing but first term of the divisor by first term of the first term of the dividend by first term of the divisor, that is minus x. Now my x minus 2 should multiply with minus x, plus x into minus x square, minus 2 minus plus 2x, subtraction, plus minus, cancel these two, minus 2x plus 3x, x minus 2. Now first term of the new dividend should be divided by the first term of the divisor x, that is gives 1 plus 1 plus 1 into x minus 2, x minus 2, minus plus, cancel, 0 remainder. So this is the quotient, means this is the g of x. Therefore required g of x is nothing but x square minus x plus 1. If the polynomial x power 4 minus 6x cube plus 16x square minus 25x plus 10 is divided by x square minus 2x plus k, then the remainder out be x plus a. Then find the values of k and a. So by using long division method, you can find the values of x, a and k. X power 4 minus 6x cube plus 16x square minus 25x plus 10 is the dividend. Divisor is x square minus 2x plus k. Now I want divide. So this is fourth degree, second degree. So first term of the quotient is nothing but first term of the dividend should divided by the first term of divisor, it is x power 4 by x square. This is the first term of the quotient. So now total divisor should be multiplied by that first term, x power 4 minus 2x cube plus k x square. Now we need to subtract, minus plus minus, these two get cancelled. So observe here, minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4x cube. So these two are like terms, plus 16 minus k into x square minus 25x plus 10. This is third degree, this second degree, means division is not completed. So first term of the new dividend is minus 4x cube should be divided by the first term of the old divisor, that is minus 4x. Next term of the quotient is minus 4x. Minus 4x into this minus 4x cube plus 8x square, okay, minus 4kx Now subtraction. Plus, minus, plus, these two get cancelled. These two are like terms here. So 16 minus k minus 8 of x square. Okay. So plus 4k x, this x I can take common. What happened na 4k minus 25x plus 10. So still division is not completed because this is second degree, this is second degree. So first term is 16 minus 8 means 8 minus k, 8 minus k x square. This is the first term of the new dividend, should be divided by x square. So quotient, next term of the quotient is plus 8 minus k. Now you need to multiply. 8 minus k into x square, 8 minus k into x square, minus into plus, minus 2x into that. Means directly I can say that 16 minus 2k into x. Okay, so plus k times of 8 minus k. Minus, plus, minus, these two get cancelled. Okay, here plus, plus, 4k minus 25 plus 16 minus 2k of x. Okay, yeah, plus 10 minus 8k, yeah, plus k square. Now I can say this is the remainder. Ax plus b, remainder of ax plus b, second degree, no, this first degree, ax plus, according to the problem, remainder is x plus a, means x coefficient is 1, means this total value should be x plus a, no, x plus a. So this total value should be equal to 1 and a should be equal to this. Yeah, our remainder is 2k minus 9 of x plus k square minus 8k plus 10, but given that the remainder is x plus a, means what is the meaning of this? These two should be same, x plus a and this should be same, means what? X coefficient is 1, so this should be equal to 1 and this should be equal to a, this total value should be equal to a. First of all, I am comparing 2k minus 9 should be equal to 1 and k square minus 8k plus 10 should be equal to small a. So 2k equal to 10, k equal to 5, the corresponding k value is 5. Now we want to find the value of a. So already k got 5, now substitute here, 25 minus 40 plus 10 equal to a, this is 35 minus 40 equal to a, so a equal to minus 5, therefore k equal to 5 and a equal to minus 5. Next problem is give examples of polynomials p of x, comma, g of x, comma, q of x and r of x such that first one, degree of p of x equal to degree of q of x, degree of q of x equal to degree of r of x, degree of r of x equal to 0. Three problems are given, we need to give some examples. Degree of p of x is equal to degree of q of x, such a way that you want to give the examples. Actually, p of x is divided by g of x, let q of x the quotient and r of x is the remainder. So we want to give some example polynomials which satisfied by division algorithm and satisfied by this condition. Degree of p of x equal to degree of q of x. Okay, actually degree of q of x is nothing but degree of p of x minus degree of g of x. Just you need to give examples. So I want to take a second degree polynomial as p of x. If p of x is taken as second degree, automatically q of x also second degree. So actually degree of q of x nothing but degree of p of x minus this, means this should be 0 degree, means constant. So now what I am taking here, g of x is taken as some constant, no, some 3. So this is taken as 3x square plus for example some 9. Just you need to take examples, that's all. Okay, Now I want to take g of x as 3 and p of x as 3x square plus 9. While dividing with what will get Nana here x square plus 3. X square plus 3 the quotient and here 3x square plus 9. 0 is the remainder. Okay, so in this problem only we want to give the example such that degree of p of x equal to degree of q of x. So therefore final answer g of x I can say as 3 and p of x I can say as 3x square plus 9. Q of x as x square plus 3 and r of x equal to 0. Like that you can give several examples, several polynomials. Next one is degree of q of x equal to degree of r of x. Degree of q of x is equal to degree of r of x. Next example. This is p of x. This is g of x. This is q of x, r of x. Degree of q of x and degree of r of x should be same. For example, I want to take this first degree. Just you want to give examples. This should be first degree. So the degree of g of x should be greater than first degree. Maybe second degree or third degree. So I will take second degree. Okay. So what happened here? This is 1 means this minus this. This is should be taken third degree. Like that you can take any examples. I am taking remainder as x plus 2. Quotient as x minus 1. Okay, so second degree, no? So x square plus 2x plus 1. Now you can write p of x, that is not a big problem. P of x equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. By using that you can write p of x. So p of x is equal to x square plus 2x plus 1 into x minus 1 plus x plus 2. This is same as x cube minus x square plus 2x square minus 2x plus x minus 1 plus x plus 2. So finally p of x is nothing but x cube minus 2x square plus 2x square minus x square plus x square minus 2x, so the plus x plus k cancel. So I think plus 1. This is p of x. So what is g of x? G of x equal to x square plus 2x plus 1. What is our q of x? That is x minus 1. What is our r of x? X plus 2. So like that you can give several examples. Okay, third problem, degree of r of x should be 0. Degree of r of x should be 0, which is constant. You can take any constant. So I want to take this constant as 2. R of x is taken as 2. Okay, just to simplify it, this is x plus 2. This is x. Then what happened p of x here? P of x is nothing but x plus 2 into x plus 2. That is x square plus 2x plus 2. Therefore I can say p of x is equal to x square plus 2x plus 2 and g of x is nothing but x plus 2 and q of x is this is q. Q of x is nothing but x and r of x is equal to 2. So in this way you can give several examples.